Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Reason Together TV. If it is your first time of coming across to this channel, please enable to hit the red subscribe button so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first person to be notified. This video I'm about to show you is a case of children access denial by one of their parents. This video I'm about to show you is very educative and it's a very interesting video, and I believe each and every one of you can learn something from this video. And I also want you to know what is happening around the world. This video is very interesting and it's very educative. Marriage is about learning. I believe you can gather some information that you will use as a guideline in your marriage, in your courtship, in your relationship. Marriage is a thing that we can never graduate from. It's about learning, so you can learn something very vital from this video. Please just watch this video to the end until I come your way next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Thank you for being with us.
In January, I asked.
I don't want you to stress me anymore. Speak up, please.
Okay, January 2020, I told my husband I needed to buy some foodstuff in the house, that there was no foodstuff again. So he said he's not going to give me money for foodstuff, that if I cannot afford feeding myself in his house, that I should go, that I should leave. And I now begged him that, what about the kids? Won't you at least give me money to buy foodstuff because of the kids? He said, no, if I can't take care of the kids myself, I should leave. So I didn't bother asking him for money again for January, February, March. So in April, he now called me, and one night, it was in the night. So he said that he wanted to discuss something with me, that I should come to the sitting room. So I went to meet him and we sat down. And then he said that things cannot work out between I and him anymore, that we can not be husband and wife, that he has a plan. He has planned for himself towards July. And that if I do not have money to pay for the house rent anymore, I should leave, or I should go to wherever I feel like that is no more interested in marriage. And then I have kids. The kids are too young. So what are we going to do about them? He didn't reply me. So I left. I went to sleep that night. So the third day, my first son, mommy, my dad, and that we are not coming again. So I was so scared that how. Why? And he used to tell me something years back. If he say he's going to take the children away from me, and I'm not going to see them, and the third day, I packed some of my belongings. I took my two kids, and I left the home. It was on Easter Sunday. So where I went to, I now decided that, okay, let me go to the police station. Since he's a policeman, let me go and report in the police station, so that when he sees me anywhere, he won't start embarrassing me and asking of his kids.
You packed out.
I packed out. I took few of my things. I didn't
Without
take all
his
my
knowledge.
belongings. Without his knowledge, because I was so scared when my son said, my daddy said we are going to Abuja on Monday and that we're not coming. I had to leave with my kids. So where I now went to police station. When I got to police station, the DPO now called him to come. And he came, and
Which of the police station?
Police station at they call the place Gate in Ibadan. So we went there. The DPO now called him. So he came, and the DPO tried to settle the matter between us and advised me that divorce is not good. We should go back. You should be good to me and stuff like that. I even told the DPO that since 2015 he has stopped making love to me. I don't know the reason, because when I gave birth to my first son in 2013, he stopped having sex with me for almost 1 year. I had to tell his brother, his junior brother who is married, that, come, please let me talk to your brother. I don't know why he's no more having sex with me. I don't know what I've done wrong to him. So it was his brother that I advised him. That man now called me that I shouldn't wait for him to come that particular night, that I should go and meet him in his room. So that night we had sex. So we had sex for like a month before I conceived of my second child. I gave my second child in 2016. Since then, he has never made love to me. I don't know why. But what he told the DPO, when I explained to the DPO, was that he said he doesn't want me to have kids for him anymore. He told my pastor too, he doesn't want me to have kids for him anymore. So when we now returned home, so about 3 times he gave me money for upkeep. So after then, when I not, because I'm a teacher and due to the lockdown, I'm not working. So if anytime I ask him that, okay, there's no money for food stuff, we need food stuff, they start abusing me. What do you mean? All you know is to eat in my house. Is it food that you come to eat in my house? You have common sense. You start abusing me, saying all raising abusive words toward me. So I feel bad and said, okay. So he on it was on 17th July last month. He called me and then he said in the night he traveled. So he said I should dress up for my first son. That he's going with the boy to Ekiti to visit his sick dad in Ado Ekiti. I said okay, no problem. Although he didn't tell me before that I was going to travel, but I accepted. And the following morning on Saturday, I woke up very early to dress up for the little boy. So around 8 a.m. again, dress up for my daughter as well. That one is 4 years old. That is going along with her. And I begged him on phone that you say you're going. You only have plans to go with the boy. With me, don't go with her now. He hung up on me and said he now came back home around 9 o'clock and said and started accusing me that you like, you just do. What do you mean? I said, please, I'm so sorry. You never had plans to go with the girl. Leave me and the girl at home. You said you're coming tomorrow. I'll be so bored at home. Please, please. He said, what do you mean? I said, these kids now, we give birth to them together. They are your kids. They're also my kids. Please. He said, hey, what do you mean? Hey. So we give birth to them together. Okay, I'll make sure that I'll take the kids along with me today. So as I was going to my room to get her clothes, I followed him and I was trying to draw the girl back that she is not going with him. The next thing he did, he started beating me. I make sure that he went forcefully. He went with the kids to Ekiti. So the following morning, he now came back, started packing his clothes. I went to his room. I said, where are my kids? I asked him 3 times. He didn't answer me. I said, so you think you can cheat on me because you're a policeman? You think you can ride on me? You went my kids. You didn't bring them back. Where are my kids? He didn't answer me. He said I should go and do my worst. So that day, he wanted to collect my phone, but he didn't collect my phone. He said that now when he left, I quickly called my father. I called one of my relatives. I called his father. I explained everything to them. My mom called him, apologized, begged him to come with the kids. So on Friday, he said he was going to come with the kids on Friday. He didn't come with the kids on Friday. So it was on Saturday, last 2 weeks Saturday. He now came in the morning. I was doing something in the room. I kept my phone on the couch. So before I could, because I didn't lock the door, I just banged the door. I didn't lock it at the back. Before I could came to the sitting room, he went to drop my phone in his car. I now saw him. I said, "Where is my phone?" He said, "Which phone? Which phone? Your father you are sleeping with. You should go and buy phone for you." 2016 that you have gotten to Ibadan, you are sleeping with an Afa. I said, "Me." So you will know that I'm sleeping with Afa since 2016. You will not send me back. You want me to go since that I'm just having endurance, patience. That marriage is all about patience. Sleeping in Afa. They collected the phone. I bought the phone for you. I'm going to collect the phone. Collected the phone. I said, okay, my things and I should leave the house immediately. I now went to my room. I carried my handbag. Return maybe would have. But as I was stepping outside, I saw him going to my room, packing my things outside. But I couldn't wait because I don't want him to beat me. I just left. For after 20 minutes, I got back home and I saw all my property, all my belongings. I saw it outside. So people were even asking me that what happened now? What happened? I said, I don't know. That was how he packed all my things outside. Till now, I don't know where my kids are. I don't know where he keep my kids. I don't know the particular place where they are right now. That is where I'm here, man.
Since when?
And that should be 3 weeks ago now.
3 weeks ago.
Yes. Yes.
Which station is this serving?
He's serving in Abuja. Is a CID. Is like CID investigation section. Serving in Abuja. They travel all around.
How old are the kids?
My first son will be 7 in August 17. The second child is 4.
Second child is 4. So this is all what transpired between yourself and him?
Yes.
You mean he has not been accusing you of infidelity before these 3 days?
No, not at all. I've never. It was when he said I'm sleeping with Afa because in
Who is the Afa?
I don't even know any Afa. I don't even know any Afa. So I'm so surprised when he said, because most of the time because we started living in Ibadan 2016. He was working in Oshogo then. For 2 years, they were saying you should go. I didn't know where he's living. I asked him several times, let me come and know where you are living. He said, what am I looking for? And she's staying in Ibadan now. So several times when he comes home, I'll go and meet him. Please come and make love to me now. This my body is not firewood now. And this is my right. Give it to me now. I'll be begging him. At times I will cry. You say he's not doing. I reported it to his family. One of his sisters talked to him. He said, so you think you can be spreading rumor, telling them, if you are tired of this marriage, just leave. I'm not more interested. But this sex issue, I'm not going to do it with you. So there was a time he now told his brother. His brother now said that. His brother now told me that, Egbon, my brother said you are sleeping around in Ibadan. I said, no. You decide not to have sex with me anymore. And I decided to be faithful to you because of my kids. Because I know you don't want me anymore. And I can't risk anything for my kids. If I start sleeping around with men, that day you know, because you don't want me. I'm just the one, just clenching myself to you that, okay, I don't want to be a divorced woman. I don't want to be a single woman. Now, you know that I'm sleeping with men. You would have sent me packing since a long time ago. And I told his brother that I didn't do anything of such in Ibadan. He's lying. He's lying. You just be accusing me. And you decided not to have sex with me anymore. So, I don't know the Afa he's talking. Of course, I'm surprised that he should go and call that Afa. He said his family knew that I'm sleeping with that Afa. Wait, tell your family. Let them come and tell me who the Afa is. So your family will know I'm sleeping with an Afa. They will not send me packing a long time ago.
So he confirmed to you that the family is aware?
Yeah, he told me that the family was aware of me sleeping with one Hafa. He said the Hafa, if I think the Hafa can harm him, and stuff like that. I said, me, Hafa of 4 people. You said I'm dating an Hafa. You are the one who doesn't want to sleep with me anymore. And I don't want to start sleeping around with men because of my kid. Because anytime he catches me with such a thing, he will send me packing and he will collect my kids for me. And I can't just risk leaving my kids for maybe take it for him taking my kids away from me finally. So I did not do anything of such. He just started accusing me of sleeping around with one Hafa.
Have you gone to any place to report on this issue taking on the children off from your hand?
Yes, ma. I went to one police station in Ibadan on Sunday. I think it's 3 weeks ago. Now, policeman now asked me, they now said I should go to a provost office to go and report him. And I just felt coming to human rights to be able to get a quick result. That's why I didn't bother going to provost office then.
Okay, there are still procedure to such issues, mostly when they are still serving. Yeah, mostly when they are still serving. If police officer or a military officer is still serving and they have issues like this with their family or even with other civilians, they have steps you take towards. Yes, you can still approach him via his office, who deal with their case and the public. Since you have not done that, you cannot confirm being denied of your right from their office. So we still have to follow the proper channel. Yes. One would need to know where he's serving fully, his full name, his first number, and everything. They'll take it from you. Do you know his family? Or you people like properly married, or you're living together? You're just living together. Have you ever been to his family house? Where are the family living?
Yeah, the mom is late, but the dad is living in Ekiti.
Dad is living in Ekiti. Have you visited there?
Yes.
And you don't know if the kids are there?
Because I spoke with the dad. The dad said the kids are not with him. He can't take the kids to his dad. Yes.
The children, one, the kids are too small. Secondly, because of the nature of his job, excuse me, if both of you decided not to stay together anymore, you should think about the proper welfare of the child. And you are still very agile, you are sound. So there's no way he will take the child from you and take those children to another place where you are still sound and healthy. So that is what we are going to address. The kids are still very young. 7 years and how many years? 7 years and 4 years. No, it can't be. You have no reason to take those children from you for whatever reason. You said he's serving in Abuja. For CID.
It starts with IGP.
It's alright. And you have his first number?
Ah,
You don't have his first number. Somebody you are living with for more than how many years, you don't know your husband's first number.
I don't know it.
And there are so many names. You need his first number. So many police can bear the same name. You need his first number. You need the right office is working. Because you cannot write letter from here, down, whatever. You must write the letter, address it to the appropriate quarters, copy his own big where he's serving. So you need to get us such information. I need that.
Have you attempted calling him since he left on phone? Does he answer your call? Have you texted him?
I didn't text him. I only called him just the day I called him, I just wanted to speak with my children that they should let me speak with my children.
You said he started this attitude thing since January.
A long time ago.
Okay. Okay. But
Before you had
time,
your second child?
Yes,
Or after your
before
second
before
child?
I had my second child.
before that time, what was his relationship like with you? His behavior?
Should I say should I say he doesn't love me? I don't know. Should I say he doesn't, because he wanted separation when I had my first child. He wanted me to leave. Any little misunderstanding, he flare up, he gets angry, he calls his family, he reports me to his
Did
family.
you bother asking him what the problem was then when you first noticed
Me?
this attitude? Yeah,
Me?
did
I
you
begged.
bother?
Yes, I bothered. I asked him. I begged him.
So what was his response?
No, he just told me that he wouldn't give me any genuine response. It was that I told him that we are husband and wife. And if we have misunderstanding, we should be able to settle it between ourselves.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I believe it's been bothering you all along.
Yes.
So have you bothered finding out yourself what could have done, what could I have done that is prompting all this, and what was the answer you got? What do you suspect? Let me put it that way.
I asked him several times, but he didn't give me any genuine reason.
Thinking about it, what do you suspect, or what did you suspect could be the reason for his behavior? Do you know
Maybe he doesn't love me that much.
Sorry, do you know why I'm asking this question? We've seen all kind of cases, we've seen all kind of people. People will come here try to cover their own side of the story. By the time we hear from the party involved, we hear a different thing altogether. And EU6 equity must come with clean hands. If you're hiding anything from us, then it will be more difficult for us to, get him to, resolve whatever is going on with you. That's why I'm asking all these questions, so we can guide you while we're still carrying out our own findings and see how we can resolve this amicably. So I ask again, finally, what do you suspect? Have you ever suspected anything on your own part that would have led to what he's doing?
No. Because if I believe in marriage, there could be misunderstanding. So anytime we have misunderstanding, he always exaggerates things. He gets angry so easily. For instance, there was a day he bought a toothpaste, and I can press my toothpaste anyhow. So he went to the bedroom and he said, why are you pressing toothpaste like a local girl? You're a local girl. He said you went to school said somebody that is an illiterate will never press toothpaste like this. You're a fool. You are daft. I said toothpaste. Is it because of toothpaste that you're abusing me like this? If there was a day something got spoiled, I think I was drawing a table, so the table got spoiled. Because I'm always scared of him, in short. That day I had to lie that it's not me. He said, why would you say it's not me? It's you. You say it's my small kid. It's this small baby that he was abusing me. He will just talk to me anyhow. I've called him several times. I don't like the way I'm feeling in this marriage. I'm supposed to be happy. What have I done wrong? He didn't give me any genuine reason. I don't know what I've done wrong. I don't know. Even when I got pregnant of my first child, then I remember he said he's not the father of the boy. He's not the father of the baby. That when I gave birth, that is taking the baby to do DNA test. I was so scared. I said, hey, I didn't see anything. I just left it. I just was just looking at him. So when I gave birth to the baby and people started saying, oh, this boy looks like you, this boy looks like you. I told him what I said. But you said this boy is not your baby. You said you're going to do me. He said, I should shut up. She shut up. I said, when the baby grew up, I wish I tell you, I was just joking. He said, you are not stupid. You are here. He said, you are very stupid. I said, oh, you see, you're not the. When I got pregnant of my second child, too, that very day, I told him I was pregnant. He said, you think I don't know the men that you are sleeping in this our area? He said, me. Because I told you that I'm pregnant. Okay, if you want to do DNA test for all the children I have, fine. Go and do it. He has never caught me cheating. He has never caught me doing anything, silly.
But you always suspect.
He always suspects me. He always suspects me that I'm flirting around, sleeping around.
When the man was suspecting you that you're sleeping around, what are the efforts you put to disabuse his mind?
I told him I'm not doing anything such.
Was he complaining of you coming late?
No. Then I wasn't working. Then I wasn't. I wasn't.
So how will he just wake up and begin to complain or begin to suspect you that you are cheating on him?
Okay. I remember when I've given birth to my first child. Then I was using BB Hen. So I had a friend on BB then that we used to chat on Yahoo Messenger. It's been a long time ago. He's just a friend. Although he asked me out, but I told him I'm married, I cannot do anything of such. Or before I even met him before I married him. So then we were communicating. He's not in. So then I was facing a lot of things in the marriage. My husband abused me emotionally. So then I just got to Lagos. I don't have friends. So I need to pour out my mind to this particular guy. He also
look at me here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had to pour out my mind. I told him if there is a way he could advise me about my marriage. So this guy advised me all the time. So there was a day my husband said I should borrow him my phone. That he wants to use the phone. I gave him the phone. The next day we went through all the pages. He started chatting with me. He started telling me, I love you. I do this, I do that. I was even sleeping. I didn't know anything. The next he just came. He started beating me. Stop. What are you doing? Who is this person? I said, I don't know the person. He's just a friend now. He's a friend. The following day when I now called that guy, the guy said that. He said he didn't know I was the one. It was my husband though. He said he was just talking to him emotionally. He was saying sweet things. I said, okay, have I ever told you sweet things like this? So what was your reply? He said, I thought it was reply. He was even surprised that I've never said all these things to him. That it was when he cannot hold it anymore. They started abusing the guy. That you are very stupid. That one said, he started advising that take good care of your wife. She's a woman. That one said she was advising him about that.
How? What kind of chat is that? Your husband chatting somebody that assume that you were the one chatting. Yeah. Okay, listen, you face here, leave the person that's sitting by my side. Just face me and answer me. But some of you will cause problem and you will just you'll come in front of me and be painting yourself good and whatever. You stay with someone before a man came, harbor you, whether you are married or you are not married. It take little likeness beyond admiration to keep a woman in the house. And you stay there not 1 day, not 2 days, not 3 days, not 4 days. You stay until you conceive, you have one child. You stay again until you conceive, have a second child. Even though we felt, okay, some men are promiscuous, some women also are promiscuous. The genesis of everything, mostly some problem, is how you met somebody, your spouse. Where do you meet the man? Where do you meet the woman matter? The kind of life you are living before also matters. The behavior, some people can be slow too. Sorry for my statement. And men will just date them, marry them from Brussels, from hotel. but they will still value the woman because of the way the woman character and begin to behave as somebody that owns a man in her life. If a man begins to behave by your way of chatting, it is your responsibility to disabuse them immediately. If it's suspecting is just for you, it, you can drop and even delete whoever. You may not have anything to do with the person, but once your you have to do with infidelity, you must put to disabuse his or her mind. There's some of us you don't have anything to do with the person they are suspecting you with. You just feel unconcerned, and mind is not like that. You feel unconcerned, the person feel you are still chatting, you are still communicating with the person whom you are dating. You said the person toasted you before you even got to know who you are living with now, and you are having conversation with the person, relationship with the same person, because all your previous chat will be there. And your marriage or your relationship with an opposite sex, it could be probably the person might be your ex or your admirer or whom you think you have a good rapport. So if your husband or your boyfriend or whoever you are living with or your baby father take your matter and begin to discuss with his opposite sex, which is a fellow woman like you, what will be your reaction? How would you feel? What would you think? Let's first of all fix ourselves in the position of another person, the opposite of us, our spouse. Then we'll begin to iron things in the proper way. But in most cases, we reason straight. We don't think about our own lifestyle. You don't think about what would be my own reaction if I'm to be this person. You keep a chat to somebody that toasted you before. Then you are discussing your affair with the person. Look at the way my husband behaves. And not that the person is your husband brother, it's not your husband friend. What should lead to that conversation? And that thing can lead to many things. Most guys, men, took advantage of women that discuss their husband with them. When you are having problem, you go in. Even some women, if you discuss some, there are certain things you don't even expose to your fellow woman as friends and relatives. This is what happened in my home, or this is what my husband did to me, this is what is going on. There are people, even friends or family you discuss such with, their advice may crash your relationship because their way of thinking might not be the way. If you are not willing to go out of the marriage, then curtail what you tell people in your out of your relationship. So when you were discussing this with this guy, and you were telling him what your guy was doing to you, the way he was behaving and all these things, you cannot tell this house that this person, that your ex admirer or your who toasted you, this is what you should do or this is what you not do, and also those chats will be there. And when a woman is being deprived of her sexual rights, if you are not careful, you are not you are not spiritual, if you don't have fear of God, that is when you will be led to started misbehaving. Because when the urge befall on you and you cannot have control over that urge, you will do and undo. And that's what led to people, some women sleeping with drivers, so sleep with their security, so sleep with a neighbor, so sleep with even friends, their husband friend and all this. It's feelings. But if you lose control over your sexual urge, then you will lose out. So until we also listen to the man, we cannot really tell this is the genesis, this is the problem, this is the causes of the problem. Because one, yes, we can protest about the age of the children being taken away from you. Another thing is, can the children stay with you and grow up with a better mentality under your care? The man ought to tell us the reason why he picked the children from you. Possibly you don't stay at home. Possibly you discuss some things that is not good for the kids. Possibly you have relationship that is at the detriment of the children's future. All those things are things that one need to know. Why did man take children away from you? About they are your kids. It's not about that you are still young. It's about the security of these children growing up under your custody, if it will be fair for them or not. So all those things they need to be discussed. So if the husband goes to your phone and begin to chat with a man and begin to discuss love, that person must have responded to a level where he begins to know that you people are having a relationship.
The only thing, I don't chat with the person. The only thing I do is call. Once in a while, he calls me. He only went there to see my contact. It's not only that.
Is it the other guy in your contact?
Ma.
That person, is it the only person in your
contact as well? Some of my female friends pretended to be me. There was a day he called. Then I was pregnant. Then I was pregnant. Then this incident of me talking to a friend I've not even occurred. Girlfriend in my presence, and he saw me standing, and he was telling the girlfriend that I've told her to leave. She's a liability on me. I've told her to leave a long time ago. I want her to leave. When she's tired of me, when she doesn't want to let her, she should just leave. Calling his girlfriend in my presence, telling the girlfriend, I love you. I went to tell him that all this thing you are doing in my presence is unfair now. You know I'm in the house. You know I'm right here beside you, and you're calling a girl that I love you. He said, what do you mean? Do you want to be policing my call? Do you want to be... What do you mean by that?
Sister, I'm a man. We can be bossy at times. We can be, we have, how do I put it now, ego generally. But let me tell you one thing that leads to what you just said. When a man has given up on you, you can do anything. You will not mind your feelings, you will not mind anything. Led to all that. So why don't we tackle what led to that before we talk about the product of what you are complaining about? Now, you can now see from the explanation you gave to the president before she started talking, you can now see the reason why I asked the question that I asked. Now, let me advise you, before we even contact your husband, if you know deep down remember your husband, you said, is working with the police, is at the CID department and all of that. If you know those things that have led to this, probably you are still being economical with the truth, or you are hiding some things from us. If you know those things, start looking for how you can fix them, so that when we contact him, things will be much more easier for all of us. By text message, by apology, by phone call, and all of that, we're talking in. Because I repeat, he who seeks equity must come with clean hands. You can't cover up your own fault and then expect your husband or whoever to be fair to you. And then you expect to get judgment. Justice, rather, is not done. Thank you.
It's all right to get back to the man and we'll refer back to the house again. As I believe. All right, thank you, viewers, for being with us. We're going to get back to the man in question, then we'll visit the case again. File information and the outcome of the resolution. Thank you for watching. Please share and also like. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV, or follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Advocacy Center. And please, this is just a piece of advice for some of us women, ladies, and then men. Before you go into any relationship, mostly when it have to do with marriage, courtship, be very careful with yourself and whomever you are going into. Yes, Susan, marriage is difficult. Marriage is difficult. Marriage is difficult, yes. Also based on who you settle down with. We ladies are so desperate to want to settle. Why? Because at times we feel time is not on our side, and we don't really check even if to settle down with who we like without money, without material things attached. To be better for us with peaceful mind to plan with the person other than going in for somebody that have a wet pocket. Also, attitude that will put us that will affect our relationship matters a lot. This woman to stop calling. Tell Victoria to stop calling me. Be careful if you are out to settle down to once and for all. If you are really out to settle down in marriage, settle down once and for all. Don't settle and stay be keeping your eyes outside, both men and female, because you cannot keep somebody in your house and you are depriving the person um, sexual rights, both sides, both the male and the female. It's not proper in a relationship. And before one can even go to that extent, before one can really go into such, that person must have been suspecting you beyond what you may think. It has to do with feelings. So once your appearance is testing someone, a lot must have happened. And if you did not work on it as fast as possible to put your home in order, it ends. It's just you are just driving vehicle that is going to crash on rock. So if you discover your spouse is suspecting you or bringing any words of suspicion in your relationship, try all your best to disabuse the person at all costs, and that will restore back the relationship. Keeping off from each other is off, you're off. The more you give gap to the person, the more that person revisits the thoughts in his or her mind, having revealed again and again, and so many things will be unveiling. And at the end, the relationship will end like that. When the man is threatening, I don't want the marriage, I don't want the relationship again, don't just look at it as a mere threat. Because some things that prompt men divorcing, it sounds funny to some other person. It sounds strange to other people. And it sounds strong and big to who choose to end this or her relationship in that way. So don't underestimate your spouse, both male or female. I don't want again. Go out of my life. No. Don't think that it's just a mere threat. Begin to work on it. Look into the reason why the person keep repeating such statements. Why? Because there is power in our tongue. Even if the person don't mean it, the spirit behind the tongue may want to materialize such words by saying, I don't want to go out of my life. If the person keeps speaking, you keep rebuking it. I am not going out of the marriage. I am ready in the marriage for better, for worse. Then begin, while you are saying that, work on what the person is complaining about. Don't just sit down watching, it cannot happen, or it can happen, or it's just joking, or she's joking, or however. So please, that is the peaceful advice for you this afternoon. And please, I still want to apologize sincerely for some of you that were supposed to attend to their case yesterday Well, I sincerely apologize. We're not able to attend to your case, and I believe we'll do that much tomorrow. For everyone that their cases yesterday that was supposed to attend to, the admins will respond to you today and give you time when your case will be attended to tomorrow. Um, we have a lot yesterday that we have to resolve with some senior CSO police officers, and we are out that yesterday for different things and meetings on strong synergy and other avenue where we can deliver justice and also ensure your cases you bring before us have been given good and serious attention. So please bear with us. We're sorry. Then those of you that have registered and they have not been given a case number, we'll try as much as possible to put all that in order today. Thank you. I love you and remain blessed. Thank you for being with us. All right, that is it for today. Thank you very much and remain blessed. See you again.